Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 9:02 a.m., and you are listening to and watching Good Morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. It's Thursday, the 27th of March, and the month is almost over. It feels to me personally like the year is going by really fast already. It's not even May yet, but we're starting to plan for May events and indeed even June events. People send things and they're like, hey, we got this event coming up in July. Can you post this? Coming up soon. And I'm like, man, all this forward planning makes the year go by just so quick. But anyway, I hope that you guys are doing good this morning, feeling good, and ready to get the day started. Indeed, ready to get the week over and done with. There's a lot coming up tomorrow. First things first, before we get started, in lieu of the weather, I want to tell you guys about Elefunk, which is going to be taking place tomorrow evening at McCarty Mills, 140 South River Street, here in our beautiful downtown Aurora, right across from the library and right next door to Nede Hardin. Shout out to the Soto family. So myself and DJ Venom will be, I'll be your guest bartender. DJ Venom will be the DJ, and we also have a guest DJ as well, DJ Fat Boy, dear friend of ours. He is a regular guest house DJ at O'Malley's on Hill Avenue. Anyway, it's going to be a really good time, and these are growing, and we're really proud of that. So I want to say thank you one more time to the Soto family here of Aurora. Appreciate that, and come on now. It's going to be a good time. We get started at 6 p.m. But anyway, you didn't come here for that. Not yet. You're coming tomorrow for that. We got a lot of things to talk about today. There are some really, really important pieces of information which I'd like to share to you guys today. Some of them have to do with law enforcement. They have to do with mental health, housing, and many other great things. So I think we'll start off number one with Rep on the screen right here. The Office of State Representative Barbara Hernandez has a number of resources available to all the households in Aurora. And this flyer that you see on the screen right here lists just a few of those services as well. Located at 1 East Benton, that's the Office of State Representative Barbara Hernandez. If you have any questions or you'd like to learn more about ways that you can get involved in the community or become a helpful advocate for yourself and your neighbors, check out some of the services. We've got educational services. You can also intern. She's got a fantastic internship program as well. So if you're looking for a way to get involved or you're looking for resources and a way to get connected to Springfield locally, I would encourage you to reach out to the Office of State Representative Barbara Hernandez. She's a fantastic public servant, and once upon a time, I used to intern for her. So I always like to shout out my former job. Alex, we'll get rid of that. We'll come back to the next piece of news here momentarily. I want to say good morning to Daniel Calderon. Daniel Calderon and Gabby Bautista. Good morning to both of you guys. Daniel Calderon has been a strong supporter of our show So I really appreciate that. And Gabby Bautista as well has been a very strong supporter of our show. Gabby Bautista is a loan officer with FNBO, First National Bank of Omaha, also located right downtown on River Street. Her team over there do a fantastic job helping people get into homes and make important life decisions. So I want to say thank you to Daniel Calderon and Gabby Bautista for always supporting us, and Gabby for connecting us with F3 Outlands. That's one of our recent episodes, and if you haven't seen that, it's great. F3 is 3 Fs. It stands for fitness, fellowship, and faith. Outlands is, I don't know what that stands for, actually. I think it just means that they be out in the lands, right? But it's a run club and fitness group that's prevalent in Aurora, Oswego, and Naperville as well. So shout out to both of them, and shout out to F3 Outlands. All right, we can come back with the news. We'll come back with the news for these great people. Now, in addition to what I just told you guys about the Office of State Representative Barbara Hernandez and her different services, we also have the Office of State Senator Karina Villa. State Senator Karina Villa has always been a strong supporter of our program as well. And as you can see, these are her constituent services, how she can help through state-related programs and also through local referrals. Her office is also able to refer you to appropriate local organizations depending on your case, and they provide the following services: immigration resource connection, rental, mortgage, and utility assistances, mental health and health care, senior resource connections, and education resources connections, and more. So connect with her. She has 2 offices. The West Chicago office is located at 946 North Nelton Boulevard, Suite 104 in West Chicago, and the Aurora office is right here in Aurora. And it's on 1177 North Highland Avenue, Suite 101. That's like Highland and Indian Trail. Great public servant, always doing a whole lot. So thank you very much to the Office of State Senator Karina Villa. All right. I'm doing something different today. You guys typically see your boy with the paper. Even though I like the rustle, the crackle, and the smell of the paper, this is a little bit easier because I've got my updated notes here too. On the screen right now, these are the kind of the last days for this, which is really important. I do like to share this. I want to say thank you very much to our dear friend Christina Campos of Family Focus. Help women in need. Donate a purse filled with love. Help collect brand new purses filled with toiletry items. We will distribute them to women in need affiliated with local organizations like Hesed House, Mutual Ground, and Family Focus. Now, the last date for this collection, which is still ongoing, has been, is the 31st, coming up very soon. So these are just a few of the things that you can fill a purse with. A few coins for good fortune: bar soap, body lotion, conditioner, face cloths, lip balm. And the drop-off locations, this is in conjunction with Waubonsie Community College. The drop-off locations are the Sugar Grove campus in the Student Center lobby, and also the at the Dixon Center lobby, and then the Aurora Downtown campus here in Student Services. The Aurora Downtown campus, is located at 18 South River Street, I believe is their address. So anyway, Waubonsie Community College and Love Purse bring this to us and to the community. And I think this is really something fantastic. This has been going on ever since Good Morning Aurora has been a program. And as you can see, there's also the message at the bottom of this flyer. Get involved, and a QR code to scan to learn more about this wonderful initiative. The time is 9:09 a.m. Good morning to you all. If you are just joining us, you're watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Alvin Soto is here. Good morning, Alvin Soto and the entire Soto family. And the Welder Gabe, good morning to you, the Welder Gabe. Shout out to the Welder Gabe. Seeing what's going on the Instagram and the Facebook, the socials. I like what I see. Okay. Check it out, Stretch and Sip. Now, I was just telling you guys about McCarty Mills. Stretch and Sip, our dear friend, personal friend, Amy Jackson, the founder of The Perch Resting Place, is presenting a Stretch and Sip event. It's going to be on Sunday, March 30th at 11 a.m. Now, Curtis, what does Stretch and Sip mean? Well, located two doors down from McCarty Mills is The Perch. The Perch is a resting place / wellness center, yoga, Pilates, and other different activities to strengthen your mind, body, and soul take place there. Amy has right now and has had a fantastic program going on there. So I just talked to her last night. What it's going to be is a workout session and yoga session, followed by a gathering, fellowship type atmosphere at McCarty Mills. So once again, it's going to be at 11 a.m. I believe she said that the workout is going to be from 11 to noon. And then at noon, the folks are going to head over to McCarty Mills, relax, chill out, unwind, and fellowship together over a brewski or two. So once again, Stretch and Sip between the Perch and McCarty Mills is going to be this Sunday starting at 11 a.m. The time is 9:11 a.m. All right, we're moving right along with this news. Man, using a computer is crazy. All right, so something new. Actually, this is the new edition of this fantastic program for this year. So let me rephrase how I actually say that. As you guys know, the Boy Scouts of America, Scouting America, and the Three Fires Council are dear friends of ours. Shout out to Dan Barrero, Lynn Bogacki, and the rest of the team. The Everyday Heroes Breakfast is going to be taking place once again this year at the Prinsco Center, presented by the Three Fires Council, the Boy Scouts of America. It's going to begin at 8 a.m. I'm going to read to you briefly from the flyer here. Also, the flyer that you see on the screen will be on our social media as well. You'll see it on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all the places. So join for an incredible event honoring local heroes in the community. Enjoy a breakfast and powerful testimonies while engaging with influential members of the community. And this year's guest keynote speaker will be NBC5's Michelle Rutherford. So for questions, you can please contact my dear friend Lynn Bogacki. His email address is at the very bottom of this flyer. If you haven't been to one of the Everyday Heroes breakfasts, you're really missing out. It's a huge event with great speeches, great connections, as the flyer says, powerful testimonies. And it's really an amazing time. And so many members of the community come there, take part with each other, sit, have breakfast. I believe the breakfast is catered in from Ruland's. So shout out to Ruland's and thank you to Ruland's. I've been at the last two. I'll definitely be at this one. It's going to be on May 1st. I encourage you to come. As you guys know, you can see with the time, 8 a.m. that morning. There will not be a traditional Good Morning Aurora episode that day, May 1st. We will probably go live from the event. We most definitely will go live from the event. So I encourage you guys to check it out, or please come in person. Come in person. Have a good time. It's open to the public. It's entirely free. And there's breakfast and chilling out and fellowship as well. Time is 9:13 a.m. You're listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Hope you guys are doing good this Thursday morning. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for it to be over. Curtis, what do you mean over? Well, that was kind of fatal. Nah, I don't want it to be over. I'm ready for Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. I really am. When you look at especially the national, things at a national level, you look at it, you look at housing, you look at mental health. There's so many things that we collectively, including you, do to try to stem the tide, to make it better for everybody, to make sure everybody's boat can rise. And, sometimes it's a lot, man. It's heavy. It's a heavy thing, but we keep persevering. We keep pushing because it's all about the greater good. Time is 9:15. All right. Before we get back to all of that, I want to say good morning to Brittany Nicole Lott. I knew I saw you in the chat. Good morning to you, Brittany Nicole Lott. Araya Swan is here. Araya Swan is another dear friend of ours. Amy is awesome. She is awesome. Rebecca Axtell is here as well. Love Rebecca Axtell. Been knowing each other since the wee days of Good Morning Aurora. She says maybe the SIP incentive will finally get me out to stretch. Sounds like an awesome collab. Nice work. The Perch and McCarty Mills Tap Room. Joe Jackson is here. He says, sorry, it's been a while, but glad to start my day with the GMA crew again. It's all good. Joe Jackson is a dear friend of ours, executive director of the Hesed House, who is a busy man. Indeed, he joined our Congressman Bill Foster at a joint session of Congress, I believe it was, Joe Jackson. So it's all good, my dear brother. We know that Good Morning Aurora support was in the White House. Appreciate that. 9:16 is the time. All right, here we go. This is another good piece of information here. Now, I'm going to be here at this. This is also open to the public as well, so I encourage you guys to come out to this. I was at this event last year. This is in Batavia. It's very, very well done. Shout out to Jake Zimmerman of the Kane County Veterans Assistance Center. But the Veteran Resource Fair, Friday, May 2nd. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, on this particular day, that Friday, there will not be a Good Morning Aurora episode as well. I'm going to be in the flesh for this. This is going to be taking place at the VFW Post 1197 645 South River Street in Batavia, Illinois. If you're driving down, you'll see it on the left-hand side. It's really great place. Anyway, join for the Veterans Resource Fair, where over 40 organizations from federal, state, local, and nonprofit organizations will be providing resources for the veterans community. Lunch will be provided for attendees free of charge as well. Now, as you can see, this is brought to us by Batavia's United Way, American Legion, and then also that looks like the Kane County Veterans Assistance Commission. So this event, once again, free and open to the public. You don't have to be a veteran to attend this, but if you are a veteran and you attend, you will be in a room full of support, care, great people doing awesome things, representing fantastic organizations. And again, some military, some veterans, some not. State, federal, local, state, and nonprofit organizations. So please come on out to this Friday, May 2nd, 10 a.m. To 2 p.m. All right. Moving right along, 9:17 is the time. After this piece of news, we're going to take a short break and chop it up about a very important subject. 9:18 is the time. Our dear friends of the Kane County Sheriff's Office. As you guys know, Good Morning Aurora has had a great and long-standing relationship with the Kane County Sheriff's Office since the early days of Good Morning, year one, going back to then. Thank you to Judy Dawson, Kane County Sheriff Ron Hain, for all the support, access that they've given us, all the times they've let us get involved, all the news they continue to give us, partnerships like that. Can't beat it, man. So shout out and thank you to the Kane County Sheriff's Office. Anyway, April 17th, there's going to be the Second Chance Month Reentry Resource Fair. This is going to be from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Gail Borden Library, the main branch in the Meadows Room, 270 North Grove Street in Elgin. Now, you will learn about livable wages, background-friendly jobs with benefits you can apply for today, training programs, resources for transportation, obtaining certification, emergency housing, food assistance, and more, and starting your business with the Kane County Sheriff's Office Small Business Development Center. Pause. We're going to put a flag in that, and then we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Questions, please contact Corey Dixon, dear friend of ours. At Corey Dixon at kanecountyil.gov. Now, at the bottom of this flyer, as you can see, kind of over there to the right-hand side, there is a QR code that you can scan with a direct link as well. This post will be shown and appearing on our YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram pages. I encourage you to hit the link and check it out. This is also brought to us by the Elgin Police Department and also PADS of Elgin. Now we're going to come away from the news. We'll come back. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Here's the thing. I'm going to chop this up with you real quick. 9:19 is the time. I wanted to put a pause in this because I want to talk about the Kane County Sheriff's Office SBDC, Small Business Development Center. I was at the ribbon cutting for that. In fact, I was there before the ribbon cutting. Now, the concept was not something that in its initial stages was looked at favorably by large parts of Illinois. The idea of a small business development center in a judicial center or a jail. Why would you have that there? It took time, it took literally years for the idea of reducing recidivism, people getting out of jail and going back, getting off of drugs, relapsing. The idea to tackle that, to stop that from happening, produced that SBDC. The idea that, especially depending on your circumstance, the nature of what you're incarcerated for, not everybody in jail is a super criminal. DUI could land you in jail. But the idea that whatever your talent is, whatever you may have tried to do and failed, whatever you were thinking about doing but didn't, you could start gaining traction, doing that thing, learning about certification while you're a resident of the King County Jail. Now, if you think about it, it would take a person who truly was dedicated, squared away, and motivated to change their situation to take part in that. Meaning that is a built-in way to weed out who's really about it and who's not. And when I was there for the ribbon cutting, there was like 6 people who were in different stages of their progress, different stages. Some of them were learning about what different laws and certifications, the tests they may have to pass. Some guys already had an idea on a logo that was made up, but they didn't know if they could. They're not looking at their situation like it's the end of the road. They're not looking at it like, you know what, I'm here, I effed up, this is it. I'm resigned to my fate. They're not looking at it like that. And I was impressed. So I just wanted to plant that flag in the conversation. Good Morning Aurora has always and will always continue to share, highlight, and cram down the necks of every human being who listens to this anything that will help a person go from here to here. That's powerful stuff, and it's changing lives, and it's doing it right here in Kane County. And as a wise man once said, good things take time. That's 8-9 years of twisting arms, some of them mentally, for people to come up with the idea of, you know what, yeah, maybe we should give people a chance where they're at to start a better future. The time is 9:23 a.m. Okay, we'll get back to the regular news because I know what you're thinking. Curtis, hold on. I'm trying to, I know you're going to tell me about coffee and classic cars. Bam! On the screen right there that you guys can see is a fantastic event coming up. It's going to be coffee and classic cars and coffee, excuse me. Anyway, if you got a hot rod, you got a classic car, if you have some kind of really cool whip, you know, you got the whip appeal. If you got a nice whip, bring it on out to this. It's going to be at Cafe 1888, 504 South Lincoln here in Aurora. Shout out to Edge, Scott, the whole team, Jeff, Jackie, Joe, all y'all. You know what it is. Anyway, it's going to be April 20th at 8 a.m. Please come on out. Just have a good time. I don't know what the parking situation is. Oh, actually, I do know what the parking situation is going to be like. So in the back of Copley Hospital, or Bardwell Residences, as we know now, Bloomhaven and the Weston Bridges campus with the adjoining Cafe 1888 on the side. In the back of all of that is a super huge parking lot. I would deduce, the word of the day is deduce. I would deduce that this car show, if enough of y'all come out with the whips, it's going to be taking place back there. Anyway, Cafe 1888 is a fantastic place here in Aurora, brand new place. They're hiring as well. The coffee is good. The flatbread pizzas are awesome. And if you have the Mexican latte, you will order it for the rest of your life. Anyway, that's Cars and Coffee. April 20th is the date. The time will be 8 a.m. All right. Now, on the screen, we just talked about getting out of jail. This is another cool annual event. Good morning, Tracy Duran. Good to see you, Tracy Duran. Love the choice of words. Resonant. Reminds us of their humanity. Come on, Brent, you know that. This is really cool. The 13th annual scholarship fundraiser by the Aurora Puerto Rican Cultural Council, the lockup fundraiser, is going to be Sunday, May 4th. Now, you see what I've been doing for you, right? I told you about the Everyday Heroes Breakfast on May 1st. I told you about the whatchamacallit on May 2nd. And I just told you about, I'm telling you everything in May, lining you up. Anyway, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. is going to be the time at Two Brothers Roundhouse. That's the precinct. 205 North Broadway. Come join the fun. Bail out our outstanding community members and leaders who are going behind bars for a great cause. So the way it works is that you come there, there's a community leader who is in jail as an inmate, and then you pay their bail. Donate to the council for the scholarships. Isn't that cool? Now, I'm going to be one of the inmates for this. I was an inmate last year. I got on good behavior. That's why I'm back on the show. So come there, bail me or some other great member of the community out, and support the Aurora Puerto Rican Cultural Council, man. They're doing a lot. When I tell you they're doing a lot, they really are. They're changing the lives for a lot of youth in Aurora, not just those of Puerto Rican descent. So support them. Sunday, May 4th is the date, 1 to 5 p.m. And the last piece of news that we'll give y'all with the last bit of time that we have, that is the file named HF, is this great house music festival coming June 14th, Saturday, June 14th at Wilder Park. Fast Eddie, Julian Jumpy Perez, Mike Hitman Wilson, who we interviewed on this program, one of the greatest interviews we ever did, Mickey Mix and Oliver, Maurice Ice Culpepper, Tim Spin and Shomer, and Kickin' Kenny Cahill. It's me on B96. Anyway, Saturday, June 14th is the date for that, A-Town's second annual house music festival. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the news for the day. I hope that you guys enjoyed this morning's program, and I hope that whatever you're doing, if you're Ursula Naturals, or if you are Woodlawn Bullies, or if all the people who shout us out, Flock and Field Naturals, Enduro Coffee, Foreign Exchange, whoever you are, La Quinta, El Tio, whoever you are, all the people who consistently like our program, hit that button, share what we're doing, I want to say thank you very much. The second largest city's first daily news program has more to show you. I promise you that. Right now, Good Morning Aurora is going to end, and Buenos Dias Aurora is about to begin. The second largest city's first bilingual news podcast. Erin Rodriguez of Century 21 Circle has a guest today. Her name is Elisa Marquez, and they will be talking to you about préstamos comerciales. That means commercial loans in Spanish. Have a great rest of the day. Take care of yourself and each other.
YEP gives me a lot of hope for the future, not just here locally, but as those kids go out into the world and they share their perspectives and their passions, it's going to be infectious. It's going to spread. So they're just an amazing organization that sets their partners and this community up for success. The future of this community, and honestly the country and the world, is bright with the kids that are on that YEP program, because they're going to save the world. They're doing incredible work, and to just get to know them and learn about their passions was a very fulfilling experience for me. Without the Community Foundation, it would be much more difficult for Hesed House and so many other organizations here locally to enact our mission on a daily basis.
Being a local business in Chicago, we've always worked with community banks, but over time, those smaller banks started getting acquired by larger national footprint banks. It became time to work with Wintrust to meet our needs without having to have that big bank feel.
Wintrust understood what they wanted to accomplish, and they've increased in size 5 times over.
As we continue to grow, we're going to keep needing to borrow, so I'm sure they're going to love that.
Serving their needs. It's really the foundation of what Wintrust Commercial Banking is all about.